if you're trying to figure this diet thing out, which you obviously are because you're watching this video, then the algorithm has probably suggested for you a woman called the Glucose Goddess. So her name's Jessie, and I keep getting these videos pop up. And I haven't been watching them because I've done so much research and my own experience on diet that there's only so much content you need to consume before you kind of know what the person's going to be saying. So just from little shorts that I've seen, I kind of made my own assumption. But just to be sure, and she's kind of going viral and is very popular. And I thought, I'll check out what her kind of point of view is. So I've checked her website, checked her supplement, and looked at her videos. And she's basically saying exactly what I've been saying for a while now. Right, I think she's got 4 million followers on Instagram, about 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. She's a best-selling author. The message is resonating with a lot of people. So what is the message? As far as I can tell, and I signed up for if you give your email address, they send you like a free bit of information. And the point basically is, glucose spikes cause all of the things we don't want. So food cravings and a process called glycation. And I didn't actually know this. I learnt this from the Glucose Goddess's videos. Right, very good, very well spoken, very good information. Glycation is a process of cooking that occurs when you have too many glucose spikes, and that's aging. You get food cravings when you get glucose spikes. So the premise of our message is, glucose spike equals bad. If you can lower the glucose spike, that's better. And how do you do that? The way she recommends is, after you've eaten a meal, if you go for a walk or do some sort of moderate exercise, it's going to lower the glucose spike. So that's a good thing to know. And it's the order of the food you eat and what you eat. So sugar causes insulin and glucose to spike, blood sugar levels. But fibre, fat and protein don't. So this just confirms what I've been saying for a while. You're as hungry as the amount of carbs in your last meal. So if you look on her Instagram feed, she gives you loads of foods, certain orders, and it shows the glucose spike associated with it, which is very interesting. But if you kind of think that through, eliminating all glucose and just eating a carnivore diet, which is fat and protein, it's her answer to everything. Anytime you get a glucose spike, if you add some fat and protein, and she says fibre as well, it will lower the glucose spike. So surely, if you just go fully into that and you say, right, glycation is the enemy and this is what causes cravings and all of the issues like weight gain, feeling lethargic, then just eliminate glucose, and then you're left with a carnivore diet which is fat and protein, which is optimal. So if you take everything she's saying, that glucose is the enemy, well then carnivore seems to be the solution. So, and a lot of the points she makes are what we've been talking about on this channel for a while. But I can see why she's popular, and she's got massive followings, very successful, and the message is resonating with people. So it's obviously true. It obviously works. But I can see why her message has been pushed quite widely. She's very attractive. Her style is amazing. Her accent and the way she speaks, she's very well spoken. So I can see why it appeals. And it's nice to watch. Her videos are very well made. And I'm an autistic bearded man in a forest, and that doesn't always appeal to everyone. So I can see why her message is getting pushed. It would be interesting to see over the next few years. I think she's a little bit woke, so she probably won't go full carnivore. And on her Instagram page, it says like author, activist. So I don't know whether she's vegan or... Actually, no, I don't think she's vegan because she has like eggs and meat on some of her information. But it'd be interesting to see what her opinion on carnivore is, because it just seems like the optimal solution to what she promotes. So you want to lower glucose spikes, so just go full carnivore. I guess what it comes down to is like the autistic factor to it, people do want to enjoy their lives and eat nice food, and she's given you a way of doing that. So like, for example, I think it was jam on toast gives a massive insulin spike or a massive glucose spike, which is bad for all of these reasons that she explains. But peanut butter on toast doesn't. And peanut butter on toast is nice. So if you want to enjoy your breakfast and you'd normally have jam, you can swap it for peanut butter. So the information she's providing is very valuable. And another one was peanut butter with multiple ingredients gives you like a massive glucose spike. Peanut butter, which is just 100% peanuts, doesn't, because one of the ingredients in the multiple ingredient peanut butter is going to be sugar. So this information that she's providing is very valuable, and it's like, when I was looking through, sometimes you come across an influencer, or when you're first doing your research into food, every post is like new information. And I kept getting her pop up, so I thought, oh, check out what her angle is. And for somebody that massive and successful, I thought, oh, there's going to be new information coming my way. And it wasn't. It's exactly what we've come to the conclusion. So this just reaffirms what we've already learned. And that's good to know, because I'm looking at it going, right, every post is saying, this thing's got sugar in it and it creates a glucose spike, which is bad for all of these reasons. This thing doesn't have sugar in it. It's a single ingredient food. It doesn't spike glucose. Very good. We've been talking about single ingredient foods on this channel for a while. So that reaffirms what we already know. Another one was, here is some orange juice. And the glucose spike is massive because orange juice is, you're taking the fibre out. So it's just pure sugar in liquid form. Here's an orange and it doesn't spike glucose because the glucose is bound by fibre, which means you digest it more slowly. Your body has to actually extract the glucose and the sugar away from the fibre, and that happens over a longer period of time, which keeps your glucose level. So again, we've been talking about eating foods as they naturally occur. I might not have mentioned this on the channel, but I've kind of known this for a while, which is if you eat a meal and then go for a walk afterwards, that's going to be beneficial, because it lowers insulin, lowers glucose. So all of these things reaffirm what we've been talking about, and it's nice. It's kind of like validation when somebody that's garnered this much success, best-selling author, millions of followers on Instagram, millions of subscribers on YouTube, it's good. That is a good thing. And her brand is very, I don't know, just the house style, I guess you'd call it. Her videos are very well made. The website looks very professional. It's like she's got a team behind her and she's spreading a good message, and the message will be benefiting people. So it's good. And I guess it's for the people that aren't fully hardcore, that can tolerate foods, don't have these autoimmune issues. Maybe if you asked her, if you like had a consultation and said, if you had some severe autoimmune issues, what diet would you go on? And it's going to be one that doesn't spike glucose, and chances are that's going to be carnivore. So I'd be very interested to know what her opinion of carnivore is. I have a feeling there'll be ethical reasons why she wouldn't promote that, but that's just my assumption. But that's kind of my conclusion. So I've kept having the glucose goddess pop up, Jessie, and it aligns very closely with what we've been talking about. She's just less strict with it. Her information is for people that still want to eat basically what they want, but manipulate it in a way that doesn't spike glucose because of the negative effects of it. And she sells a supplement that you eat before you eat, say, a piece of cake, that stops glucose spiking. Now, I think any time you're taking a pill to get a result, it's like a shortcut and there's a price to pay for that. Whereas surely just eating the food that doesn't spike glucose is going to be a best option. So that's my thought and perspective on the glucose goddess, and it lines up very closely with what we're saying, and it's gaining a lot of traction, so that's always a good sign. So check out her content and let me know what you think. Have you been having her pop up on your YouTube feed, suggested videos? because I keep getting them. And now I've watched a couple of them, I'm just going to keep getting them. But they're good videos to reaffirm what we already know. And you can take the information she's saying, and if, say, you're on a strict carnivore diet, it applies to what we're doing. You just change the food slightly and go, oh yeah, this isn't going to spike glucose. So her general message is, glucose spikes are bad. They cause aging, inflammation, food cravings. And the way you mitigate that is by increasing fibre, fat or protein in the diet, changing the order in which you eat things, and exercising after food. And making some smart food choices. So if you look on her Instagram, all of the posts are basically just glucose graphs with different options. And there's some very good suggestions on there. So I'd recommend checking that out. But I'd be interested to know your thoughts. So I hope that helps. Speak to you tomorrow. I did realise it sounds like I'm in love with her, bloody hell. But I do appreciate when I see a good aesthetic, like even on the website, even the font that's used on the... If you go look at the supplements she sells, even the packaging, it's got like an old school feel to it. The font is like kind of like a retro vibe. And I do appreciate that. So I don't necessarily think taking a pill that lowers insulin to allow you to eat the donut is really the best option. Surely just eating optimal food is good. But then I guess if people's options are eat a donut, have a glucose spike that's going to cause aging, inflammation and food cravings, or take her supplement, eat a donut and not have those issues, then it's a positive thing. But yeah, I do appreciate her website is very well made. The videos, the aesthetics really nice. Rainbows all over the place, so it's a little bit woke for me, but it is interesting. And she's obviously helping a lot of people, so if people lose weight, get healthier, then that's all good. The more people that promote a message like that, the better.